This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. Now, before we get to the news, and there, I will tell you, is a metric ton today, and all of it very big and important. We do have to mention today's sponsor. Are you constantly looking for ways to bring the magic of the parks back into your home long after your vacation ends? Of course you are, because you're watching this schlub read you news 3 times a week. But maybe you check those ride wait times from your home, or do you watch maybe resort TV on a YouTube channel, or listen to park music on repeat? I do in the car, and Rosanna gets very mad because I don't listen to real music. But anyway, WaitTimeSigns.com just released their brand new wait time display, which recreates the nostalgia of the Disney Resort Hotel experience in your own home. When you turn on the device, you're greeted by a personalized welcome message, just as if you were checking in, and you could tap over to your very own resort channel, which displays the actual park hours and special event times. I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to try to do this while showing it to you. Here we go. I don't know. Well, it's already on this. It's just like resort TV, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't that great? And you could do all sorts of things here. Well, in the meantime, I'll read you more of this. And just like their fully working wait time signs, you may remember we showed those last year. They were a sponsor last year. These wait time displays show actual live wait times for your favorite ride. You can even park hop on the monorail to see even more wait times with just a tap, which I think is what I started, yeah. So I'm on Magic Kingdom. It's going to roll through those wait times. 40 minutes for Astral Orbiter. Oh, boy. But you just pick park, pick Animal Kingdom. The monorail is going to take us to Animal Kingdom, you know, like it does in real life. Here it goes, but we see it's tough to be a bug. 10 minutes. Go enjoy it before it's closed. There's also a fully customized vacation countdown fireworks show to get you excited for your next trip. If I hit vacation here in the corner, it's going to, look at it, it's going to be all fancy. The WDWNT vacation, 135 days. Where are we going? I don't even know. Is that real? Are we going somewhere? I have no idea. But anyway, perhaps the coolest feature, though, is the virtual terrace that displays an actual live stream of the Orlando skyline, allowing you to watch the nightly fireworks shows over the Magic Kingdom and EPCOT in real time. I'm trying to slide this back. There we go. It's like having your own window looking out onto the parks, even when you're very far away. These are a great gift for the Disney Parks fan in your life who already owns everything they sell at the parks, like me. So head on over to waitsigns.com and use code NEWS15 for 15% off your order today. This is great. You get all your Christmas shopping done with News Today. You could order this wait time sign. We still have Santa Gertie for pre-order. Go to www.nt.shop. Get all your Christmas shopping for the Disney Parks fans in your life done right now in October. You don't have to worry about it. Anyway, here now the news for October 16th, 2024. I'm going to change this, though. I'm annoyed that this countdown is going to be there the whole time. Let's go to the resort. Oh, and you could select between Disneyland and Disney World, by the way. We'll go to Disney World. There you go. You get park hours. Let's begin. Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort are introducing Lightning Lane Premier Pass officially now this month. We, of course, reported on the rumor of this service back in August. Lightning Lane Premier Pass allows one-time entry to each Lightning Lane experience in a theme park to enjoy at your leisure that day. The Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort websites say that. With Lightning Lane Premier Pass, guests won't need to choose specific arrival times for attractions. It includes Lightning Lane Multi-Pass and Lightning Lane Single Pass attractions, and includes all of them. It also includes digital downloads of select attraction photos and videos, as well as Disney PhotoPass lenses. I know that was really the selling point for many of you at home, were the PhotoPass lenses. That's a joke. Lightning Lane Premier Passes are non-refundable and non-transferable. Valid admission and a park reservation are required to purchase a Lightning Lane Premier Pass. And to visit more than one park in one day, your ticket must include a park hopper. Disneyland Resort will begin piloting Lightning Lane Premier Pass with very limited quantities on October 23rd. Lightning Lane Premier Pass will be available for purchase via the Disneyland app up to 2 days in advance of your park visit, starting at 7 a.m. Pacific time. At Disneyland, Lightning Lane Premier Pass will cost $400 per person per day for visits through December 31st, 2024. Beginning in 2025, pricing will vary by date and demand from $300 to $400. One Lightning Lane Premier Pass includes access to attractions at both Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure Park. Walt Disney World, meanwhile, will begin piloting the pass on October 30th with limited quantities for guests staying at select hotels. Guests will be able to purchase Lightning Lane Premier passes up to 7 days before the first day of their resort stay for their entire length of stay up to 14 days. This will begin at 7 a.m. Eastern on the app or website. At Walt Disney World, prices will range from $129 to $449 per pass at launch, varying by date and demand. Lightning Lane Premier Pass offers entry at only one park per day, though. The per-park pricing for Lightning Lane Premier Pass at Walt Disney World has been revealed. So again, I just told you it's going to range from $129 to $449 at Walt Disney World. Here's the breakdown. At Disney's Animal Kingdom, the range will be $129 to $199 plus tax. At EPCOT, $169 to $249 plus tax. At Hollywood Studios, $269 to $349 plus tax. And Magic Kingdom, $329 to $449 plus tax. You know we're going to stop and talk about this. So I think there is good and bad here. The price point is nuts. Because it doesn't include multiple parks. I wouldn't raise an eyebrow if that price was, oh, I have a park hopper, I can go. You know, as long as you pay, if Magic Kingdom is going to be the highest one, right? If you pay the highest price, then then you can go to all four that day and do as much as you want. Now, there are things to factor in here, which I'm sure there were several departments that kind of fought with those selling this pass. The main one I could think of is VIP tours. Obviously, VIP tours is an experience where you have a guide and you could, at a minimum of 7 hours, and I think it's like 6 something to 9 something. It's like 600 and something to 900 something an hour, depending on the season, up to minimum 7 hours, up to 10 guests. Obviously, in that experience, you get toured around and you skip the line at whatever you want. And also, they can drop you off at better access points to the park. So if they drive you to Animal Kingdom, they take you in through a back gate and all that kind of stuff. That is still significantly more expensive than this, right? But if you sold for $400 and something a essentially unlimited fast pass to me as a guest, I'm going to choose that over the guide because I've been to Disney World a number of times, and you watching have been too. And I assume you don't really feel the need to have the guide. The guide comes with the tour, and don't get me wrong, the VIP tour guides are great. I've done many VIP tours. They've always been wonderful, super helpful. And I'm not saying they don't add something to your day, but you may just want to go, and you don't need someone to hold your hand through that. And so selling something for $400 where I could have done all 4 parks in a single day, really would undermine their business, and I would assume severely hurt VIP tours. In an era where I think VIP tours is trying very hard to increase their business with things like exclusive merchandise, I don't think they were looking to lose business to paid Fast Pass. But here we are. I am intrigued that I think at Disneyland it had to include both parks. It absolutely had to. There was no way around it. I get that they're 2 very different markets, but I think inevitably it's gonna hurt VIP tours there for sure. But this Walt Disney World model, I get it. I remember when Christine McCarthy said, we have guests who have more money than they do time, right? And that's what this is geared towards. So they're not getting rid of Lightning Lane Multipass and the individual Lightning Lane. This is just if you don't want to think about it, which in theory I love, right? I will tell you, and I've seen comments today from some of our readers. People said, I went to Disneyland Paris and I bought the full package, the Premier Access package, and it was great. I didn't think about it. I just walked up to rides when I wanted and did them all, and it was a great day. And I will tell you, I've done this before, not in Paris, but Hong Kong and Shanghai. If you guys have watched the Shanghai vlogs, you've seen me do this, and you'll see it in the Hong Kong vlogs when they come out. You buy this pack. It was considerably cheaper, I will tell you. It's a different part of the world. Currency has different values. But it is nice to buy the package and walk around like a king and just be like, oh, well, now I'd like to ride Tron, and now I'm going to do this. And that's great. Like, I think about buying Magic Kingdom. I don't have to wake up for a boarding group at 7 a.m. And I'm like, well, I really want to ride Tron and Tiana in the evening because they're outside, they're somewhat outdoor attractions, and they're cool at night. I will say this much, as far as if I bought Magic Kingdom, the nice thing would be I don't have to get up to get a boarding group, and I don't have to worry and wonder if that boarding group is going to overlap with my dining reservations, with other things I have planned, with lightning lanes I've booked, whatever the case may be. You know, I don't have to worry about that. I can go to Magic Kingdom and be like, I like Tiana and Tron at night. I would like to experience those both at night at the time I want to experience them. And I can pay to do that. And make no mistake, I know it's going to make people that watch this angry, but this is the honest truth. People are going to buy this. You know, I don't know if the sales will be what they want. It might be slightly overpriced, and maybe it is. They're saying it's a pilot program, right? So in a couple months, they may say like, oh, now we're officially introducing this, and it will be this much money, and you know, so on and so forth. For now, though, people are going to buy it, and they're only selling. They are selling only to select. We talked about select Walt Disney World Resort hotel guests. Those are going to be deluxe resorts and deluxe villas. So there's a certain clientele in mind here in the pilot program. You know, they're going to buy it. They're absolutely going to buy it. There's not going to be any stopping them. But I will say, like, I think it makes sense if there are parameters where it makes sense. For you and me, if you come to Walt Disney World for a week and you've been here a million times, this is not a product for you. It's not something you need. You can certainly book it. There's nothing stopping you, but it's not something you need. But if I'm, you know, I've got, you know, I work a tough job. I have a 3-day weekend at one point. I want to take the kids, and I don't want to worry about them not having the time of their life. But a VIP tour is cost prohibitive. But this is, you know, even for 3 guests or 4 guests, going to come in at less than this tour. Then it puts it in range for people, right? So if this is, that's just a little too expensive for us. But, oh, this makes it, and you don't have to buy it for all 4 too, right? That's the other thing, is you could pick the part, and look, I will tell you now, I can't imagine buying this for EPCOT. I can't imagine buying this for Animal Kingdom alone in an era where they're gonna be down a bunch of attractions very shortly. Some of those, you know, being dinosaur use, you know, sometimes have a longer wait and use the service and are part of the value. It's not going to make sense at those parks. Is it going to make sense at Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom? Absolutely. It absolutely can make sense, because you could, I mean, we're going to guinea pig this for you. We're going to go be the guinea pigs on October 30th. I already booked a hotel. We're going to go do this. And we're going to see how it works out. But I think it'll work in a way where I think very quickly you could do all of Magic Kingdom's attractions. I think you could be done very, very quickly. Well, for all of them, I think you could be done very quickly. I'm not going to buy it for Animal Kingdom or EPCOT. That's insane. But for Studios and Magic Kingdom, I think it'll make sense. And you go spend the rest of your day at some other park. And if you have a short trip and a very limited amount of time, it's going to make sense. I think a lot of people that book VIP tours are people with more money than they have time. I think they have a weekend off and they want to go have a great time, and they go do it. It's no different than the people you see going by you at Horror Nights with the RIP tour. It's people that, I've got one night to do Horror Nights and I want to see everything and I want to have a good time. I've saved my money. Here we go. We're not necessarily talking about affluent people here. I know I talked about that being deluxe resorts. You don't have to be a millionaire to afford to stay at a deluxe resort. Is it overpriced? Yeah. I'm not saying it's not. All of Walt Disney World and all of tourist attractions in the world are overpriced. But I think people, you know, some people scrimp and save, and some people, you know, spend money, you know, on other things throughout the year. And some people, vacations are the thing they spend money on. And when it's time to vacation, there is no amount that's too high. But at the same time, you may say, like, I don't need my handheld. I don't need a VIP tour. Let's just do this and breeze through. And it's the same thing at Horror Nights, right? At Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, they have the RIP tour. You know, they have I'm not talking about the one where you share with strangers. The one where you book and it's a group of like 8 of you and you go and you do whatever you want, right? But then separately, they have Express. You can buy Express, which, you know, in most cases accomplishes the same thing, where I, on my own terms, can go do things, right? I can't skip things unlimited, but I get one time through each house. Hollywood's actually the better analogy, because Hollywood does sell an unlimited and also a tour. And so one of these has a tour guide and one does not, but essentially, in most cases, a lot of the same access is granted, minus a few flourishes. And that's, I think, what's kind of happening here. I could book a VIP tour, or I can buy this. This is cheaper and self-guided. Do I want this, or do I need the help of a VIP tour guide? And that's a decision people are going to make. This is not, again, if you're watching this show, I don't think you are probably, I'm not saying all of you, there's probably a percentage of you watching who don't get to come very often, and you put a lot of money aside for your trip, and this will work for you. I'd say probably less than 10% of people watching, that's probably going to make sense for you. And then the rest of you are going to be like me, and it's like, well, yeah, that exists, but I don't need it. And yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I can say like, well, the market has to decide if this is a good idea or not, right? So those 10% of people watching right now who are the market for this have to decide if the price point and the parameters of it being one park for that price works for them. And the market will decide if this is going to work or not. And, you know, we can sit here and be like, this is Disney's nickel and diming, and they want, just trying to squeeze money out of people and this and that and the other. And I don't see how in a world where we already had Lightning Lane and individual Lightning Lane that this changes anything, right? Like that service, you could certainly say that's nickel and diming people and this and that. But the fact is that I have used that a couple times now, and every time I just stand there and think, if I was on vacation, I don't want to deal with like picking the times and keep rebooking and all of that. I would gladly, like if this was, if like when I went to Hong Kong and Shanghai, I didn't bat an eyelash. It was cheaper, but I didn't bat an eyelash at doing that, because I'm like, I have 3 days in this park. It's crowded. I want to see everything. I don't get here very often. So I'm going to give them the money. Yeah, like in an ideal world, is there no paid services? Yeah, but we don't live in an ideal world. We live in a world driven by currency, and it is a business. And so, look, for all the negative things I said about that, I still stand by what I've said about Lightning Lane and how I felt about when they announced that. You know, none of that opinion changes. But nonetheless, the genie is out of the bottle. It is out of the bottle. It exists. And so in a world where this exists, I don't have a problem with a higher paid version with less work for people that want to do it, right? This exists. We're never getting free Fast Pass back. That's gone. You know, shame on them for doing it, but it's gone. And so this existing just makes life easier for people that want to have a better vacation. And if they want to give them the money, they give them the money. This is no different. Before Lightning Lane existed, VIP tours existed, and that was no different. That was paying to skip the lines and have a better experience than the people around you. So if we want to, like, obviously we be mad about Lightning Lane because it's a free service turned paid. But really the tide turned a long time before that. And it was the industry, and then eventually Disney followed, right? I know the other thing people are saying is, oh, well, it's just like Universal Express, but I can, obviously if I stay at a deluxe resort at Universal, I get Express included. You do, but not to be mean, that is a less in-demand product, ladies and gentlemen. It's not Disney, it's Universal. It's second best, it's second fiddle, it's always going to be. And the demand indicates quality in this case. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. And also, let's have that. I would love to have that debate with you again in a couple weeks' time when they announce what they're doing with Epic Universe, and they tell you what kind of tickets you have to buy, and they tell you your After 4 Express on your annual pass doesn't work there, or that your annual pass won't even be able to be upgraded to go into that park, or any of those things. We can have that debate then, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna have it today because we don't have all the facts yet, but I can tell you, if you think Universal is any better, they are two peas in a pod. Mega corporations are gonna mega corporation. And that's what they both are. That's what they'll always be. The nice thing about Disney is there's some really talented creative people that occasionally get to shine through that corporate mega structure. But it is what it is. I don't have a problem with this existing. Let us know in the comments. I'm sure many of you do. And I get the anger. I'm not questioning your anger. I understand it. But I've laid out how I feel. I've wasted enough of your time. There is a lot more news to get to, so let's keep going. And that time, I think the parks closed while I was ranting. I don't know. Disney Vacation Club has announced, now you want to talk about nickel and diming, here we go. Disney Vacation Club has announced Membership Magic Beyond, a new yearly enhanced benefits package that can be added onto a membership. Starting December 3rd, 2024, eligible members can purchase this benefit for $99 for usage from January 12th through December 31st of 2025. Disney Vacation Club Membership Magic offers a yearly benefits package featuring enhanced value, exclusive access, and more flexibility. You can enjoy priority access and optimized point usage at Disney resorts and theme parks for a magical experience. Here are some of those benefits. You could purchase a specially priced 5-day weekday Walt Disney World theme park ticket with 1 water park visit included. This will be available for enrolled members and up to 7 family members living in their household. Pricing and details will be shared later. You can also purchase specially priced 3-day weekday Disneyland Resort theme park tickets that include Lightning Lane Multi-Pass that'll be available for enrolled members and 7 family members living in their household. Pricing and details coming later on that as well. You can receive a 40-day Memory Maker entitlement to capture and share treasured Disney World memories. That's up to a $210 value if purchased separately. Meet and mingle with special Disney characters at the Disney Vacation Club Imaginatrium, a member lounge at EPCOT. The enrolled member must have a resort reservation and be staying on points. The enrolled member can bring up to 4 guests on the number of guests on their resort stay reservation, whichever is greater. That'll be available 7 days a week, and capacity restrictions will apply. You could also take advantage of priority access to Disney Vacation Club Imaginatrium, a member lounge, the Disney Vacation Club Starview Station, a member lounge, and a new member lounge projected to open at the Magic Kingdom in 2025. Use this benefit when lounge access goes on a wait list. The enrolled member can bring, again, up to 4 guests or the number on their resort stay, whichever is greater. Again, capacity restrictions apply. You can also use your points to purchase the Disney Sorcerer Pass to enjoy Walt Disney World Resort theme parks. It's an annual pass. Get 1 bonus one-time use point for each one-time use point purchased. Members can purchase up to 12 points for a total of 24 one-time use points in a use year. Excludes bookings offered through the Hotel Exchange program. And you can enjoy having your $95 transaction fee waived when booking Disney Collection resorts and experiences, including Adventures by Disney, Disney Cruise Line, and National Geographic Expeditions experiences. What is happening? So, is this like the Landry's Select card of Disney Vacation Club, where I could use it to skip the line at the lounges, at the 3 lounges at Disneyland and Walt Disney World? It sounds like it. There are other benefits, obviously. We just pointed out they don't do Vacation Club member annual passes anymore, so I don't know that using points to buy a Sorcerer Pass is going to be a good value. It's probably a bad value, even once you've bought this benefit. This is weird. This is a weird thing. More added costs to Disney Vacation Club. Don't these people pay enough? I don't know if people are going to bite on this. People might, because again, people are going to be like, well, yeah, I've been to EPCOT before and been turned away from the lounge, and they told me it's a 4-hour wait to go eat gummy bears and drink Pib Zero. So I'm going, you can tell I've done that before. So people are going to pay to skip the line there. Obviously, there's some other benefits, those discounted tickets and such. So it may work out for people, right? Like in those cases, like we'll have to see what the pricing on the tickets and stuff is going to be. So it's not super expensive. It's just weird. It's just weird that this is being wrapped into another ancillary membership thing. But I've had one long rant today, so we'll keep this one to a minimum. We'll talk about this more later. Disney has revealed new holiday offerings coming to Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom this winter, including a new Santa Claus meet and greet. Santa Claus is taking a break from sailing the waterways at Animal Kingdom for the holiday cavalcade to meet guests at the 75th annual Dino Institute holiday party. The meet and greet will be held on the patio of Restaurantosaurus. Guests will be able to meet Kris Kringle surrounded by prehistoric decor from November 12th through December 24th. Guests will also be able to meet Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse together in their holiday best at Adventurers Outpost. And Disney also teased that there will be Merry Menagerie merchandise this year. A food guide will be released at a later date for the park. There'll be holiday food. And of course, the seasonal Tree of Life Awakenings will return after dark. Meanwhile, at Hollywood Studios, 3 new entertainment acts will debut starting November 12th. The juggling elves will deliver festive cheer with a side of shenanigans as they display their juggling and comedic skills and more. The Holiday Spirit Band will bring jaunty and jolly tunes to the park in the form of a dynamic brass group. And the final new entertainment offering will be a Seasons Jukebox, a collegiate marching band with horns, drummers, and dancers ready to bring everyone's favorite holiday tunes to life. Other holiday offerings will also return November 12th, including for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration with its special finale, a Santa Claus greeting at It's a Wonderful Shop, and Sunset Seasons greetings projections on the Hollywood Tower Hotel, complete with snowfall on Sunset Boulevard. There's a lot of negativity in today's show to start. Positivity right here. 3 new entertainment acts at Hollywood Studios that are not part of the add-on pay of Jollywood Nights. These are available every day through the holiday season. A live band, juggling elves. This is fantastic. This is wonderful. Like we just saw at Animal Kingdom, the sitar group came back and Buradika. We're seeing a bunch of entertainment added rather than cut this year. That is wonderful. More of this, please. I hope this indicates the direction we are heading in at Walt Disney World, with more atmospheric entertainment returning or more new atmospheric entertainment to come. Also, it is weird that they're debuting the Restaurantosaurus Santa greeting when that's going to close at some point in the near future. So I assume some team was working on that and they weren't told how much time they had left, maybe. But it looks cool, though. I'm excited. I love the big, I don't know if it's a rug or a decal on the ground with the Dino Institute logo, but it's super cool. Love it. Walt Disney World announced returning entertainment for the 2024 EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays, as well as the celebrity narrators for the Candlelight Processional. The 2024 EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays, presented by Advent Health, is from November 29th through December 30th. Seasonal legends and stories come alive in World Showcase with holiday storytellers like the mischievous Barn Santa in Norway and La Befana in the Italy Pavilion, a Chinese lion for Lunar New Year, and a Hanukkah storyteller between Morocco and France. Joyful, a celebration of the season, features uplifting gospel, R&B, and holiday songs. Join the choir in their new location at Communicorp Plaza, replacing Celebración Encanto, and the holiday show will happen 4 times a day. The beloved Candlelight Processional tells the story of Christmas through a performance featuring a celebrity narrator, a mass choir of Disney cast members and young singers from the community, a 50-piece orchestra, herald trumpets, and the Voices of Liberty. Showtimes have been adjusted this year to 5 p.m., 6:45, and 8:15 p.m. The celebrity narrators are as follows. November 29th and 30th, Josh Gad. December 1st and 2nd, Nico Santos. December 3rd through the 5th, Chrissy Metz. December 6th and 7th, Whoopi Goldberg. December 8th through the 10th, Titus Burgess. December 11th and 12th, Brendan Fraser. The 13th and the 14th, Ralph Macchio. The 15th and the 16th, Gary Sinise. The 17th and 18th, Neil Patrick Harris. The 19th and through 21st, Pat Sajak. The 22nd and 23rd will be Gloria Estefan. The 24th through the 26th, Edward James Olmos. The 27th and 28th is Sterling K. Brown. And the 29th and the 30th will be Jody Benson. Candlelight Processional dining packages include a meal at one of 15 eateries, ranging from the Garden Grill restaurant to Le Cellier and more. The packages have options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with guaranteed seating for one of the 3 shows. You can book your dining packages starting October 29th as well. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours if you still want one of those, because you want to go to all 4 parks instead of, one, and skip the line at one of them, where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. Walt Disney World recently welcomed a newborn Sumatran tiger cub named Bakso. The 3-week-old cub was born to mom Sony. The 2 are currently spending their time bonding backstage, but Bakso will appear on the Maharaja Jungle Trek in a few months' time. Tiger cubs need their mother's care for 18 to 24 months. Tigers are in steep decline in the wild, so it's very special to welcome a new baby here at Disney, the first in 7 years, said Dr. Natalie, one of the veterinarians who monitored Sony throughout her pregnancy. There are less than 600 Sumatran tigers left in the wild and managed care. They are considered an umbrella species, meaning that conservation efforts to preserve them will extend to other species within their habitat. Disney collaborates with experts like the Association of Zoos and Aquariums and the Species Survival Plan to boost endangered and threatened species. The Disney Conservation Fund has provided support to 15 organizations working to protect tigers and their habitats since 1995. What a cute baby tiger. Very cute. Christmas has started early this year at Disneyland Park as some snow caps have already been added to the roofs of Sleeping Beauty Castle. It may have only been October 14th, but the first snow caps had arrived. This means that guests will not only experience Halloween decor in the park, but also some snow. At this time, only the roofing in the center of the castle is completed, but obviously every day a little more can show up, and we expect it to. Last year, we didn't see the first snowfall until October 18th, so this year it was 4 days early. Gets a little earlier every year. I remember the year people complained it was like on Halloween. Now it's 2 weeks ahead of Halloween. It's pretty crazy. Disneyland Resort has released the full menu lineup with prices for the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree. I can't help but sing it, right? By the way, if you wondered why there's all this Country Bear stuff up here, it's not because of this story, but actually we finally filmed our honest review of the Country Bear Musical Jamboree. You can watch that here on the channel shortly. It'll be released sometime in the next few days. We're not sure yet. But anyway, the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree will open to guests on October 25th. That was just announced with that new menu. And while the menu was released back in August, we didn't have pricing. You can read all the pricing at WDWNT.com. Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree is a Country Bear Jamboree themed reimagining of the former Hungry Bear restaurant at Disneyland. The menu takes inspiration from the regional barbecue dishes the Country Bears discovered while on tour. The construction walls are down around Tiana's Bayou adventure at Disneyland, giving us a clearer look at the attraction's queue, Lewis's Critter Club, and more. Short barriers sit in front of the main entrance to the attraction's queue. The photo you're looking at now shows the initial entrance to the line. The screens at the top of the green structure are currently blank, but will let guests know whether they are entering the standby queue, the lightning lane, or the single rider queue. Magic Band scanners stand behind the center and right lanes. Next to the entrance is a warning sign that tells guests they may get wet. It also provides information about which guests should or should not ride the attraction. The winding queue has received brand new wood, which will now lead guests back and forth through a garden. One balcony is loaded with musical instruments, cases, and more. And above the white door that leads into the balcony's building is a sign that says performers only. The mailbox on the balcony is exclusively for fan mail. The attraction's queue has a workbench loaded with tools and minor details. There's also a cabinet at the front that slides back and forth, revealing shelves. On a shelf above the tools is a purple birdhouse. On one part of the workbench is an unfinished game of tic-tac-toe. And inside the queue, you'll find a children's garden. Various vegetables are inside the caged area, and each has a sign stating what it is. We also got a much better look at the facade that we reported on a few days ago. This image is all the way to the right of the mural. It features Lewis reading from a cookbook as children and cooks work at a table in front of him. Next to that is an image of a painting of 5 chefs working in a kitchen. Continuing left, this next image depicts flowers shooting out of a yellow tube, and next workers harvest pumpkins, watermelons, and eggplants in a field. And finally, Lewis plays a horn. He's joined by 5 others who play the same type of horn. I assume they're the Firefly 5. We also got a look at Lewis's Critter Club, one of the merchandise shops opening alongside the attraction. In fact, Disney said this will open a little early on November 13th, 2 days before the ride. There are various posters on the side of the building. This one depicts Lewis playing his trumpet. Festival of Jazz is written vertically in green in front of him. And Groove with the Gator, Lewis's Critter Club, and All Weekend Long are in yellow at the bottom of the poster. Another poster advertises Claude and Bernadette's Zydeco Jazz Octet. The critters featured on the poster will be a part of the ride when it opens in November. Other posters on the wall show the Bayou Community Band. This corner features a picture of Lewis playing his trumpet and another advertising Bo and the All-Star Jazz Band. And on the left, Lewis plays his trumpet and looks at a bunch of fireflies. The text advertised Firefly 5 plus Lou, which we just alluded to. The right poster depicts the stars of the week, and the final poster shows Mondo, the frog, playing his bongos. This frog is the cat's pajamas, is written next to him. And finally, we got a picture of the trash and mixed recycling cans that'll be located around Bayou Country. They feature a red, white, and blue circle in the center with a stork flying over reeds. They each say, "Help keep our bayou clean." These are the same as Walt Disney World. Tiana's Bayou Adventure will open to Disneyland guests on November 15th. Magic Key holders will start getting their previews in just a few days' time on October 21st. Disney Cruise Line announced the date of the Disney Adventure maiden voyage, as well as the dates when more sailings will be announced and bookings will open. The Disney Adventure maiden voyage will sail out of Singapore on December 15th, 2025. Details on more sailings will be released on November 14th of this year. Bookings are scheduled to open to the general public on December 9th. They'll open to Castaway Club members on these dates. For Pearl, it's December 3rd, Platinum on the 4th, Gold on the 5th, Silver December 8th. And all booking windows will open at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Disney also shared a number of new offerings and experiences that will be available on the Disney Adventure, including Disney Cruise Line's first ever roller coaster at sea. Marvel Landing will be located on the upper decks of the ship and will offer Disney Cruise Line's first adventure zone at sea, featuring 3 new attractions. On Iron Cycle Test Run, the first ever roller coaster for Disney Cruise Line, riders will test drive Tony Stark's latest Iron Cycle prototype. And after a quick driving lesson from Friday, guests will set out on a gravity-defying ride suspended 30 feet above the upper deck aboard what will be the longest roller coaster at sea. PIM Quantum Racers will see guests take the wheel of a PIM Tech modified mini car for a trip around a full-scale toy set track, packed with oversized and undersized obstacles. On Groot Galaxy Spin, riders can blast into an awesome mix of high-soaring feats and bass-boosted beats. And after all the fun, adventurers can cool off at Marvel Landing Sun Deck, complete with an infinity pool and pool bar inspired by the residence of one Tony Stark. The Disney Adventure will offer several entertainment offerings, from character encounters and Broadway-style shows to signature events, first-run films, private karaoke rooms, game shows, and more. One of those is the all-new stage show Remember, which will perform at the Walt Disney Theater. The show stars Wally and Eve, along with a colorful supporting cast as they tell a tale of love and longing. The synopsis of the show reads, after an unexpected reboot of Eve, Wally will call on heroes from Pixar Animation Studios' Coco, Walt Disney Animation Studios' The Little Mermaid, and Aladdin, and other classic films to help restore his loved one through the power of music, hope, and treasured memories. The Disney Cruise Line favorite Disney Sees the Adventure will also perform at the Walt Disney Theater stage. New shows will also debut at the state-of-the-art Disney Imagination Garden stage. Set in front of the 3-deck-high LED screens, the stage will host shows all day long, including Let's Set Sail, a high-energy dance party on Embarkation Day, Avengers Assemble, featuring Marvel superheroes and villains in an epic battle, a hilarious adventure with everyone's favorite pirate and Captain Jack Sparrow and the Siren Queen, Mickey's Color Spin Dance Party, which is available on some of the other ships, and as well, Baymax Super Exercise Expo. Rotational dining aboard the ship will offer 3 experiences during your voyage. The Navigators Club and Hollywood Spotlight Club will harken back to the glamour of the Golden Age with signature entertainment and special appearances from Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Daisy. At Animator's Palette and Animator's Table, the artistry of Disney and Pixar animated films will be on display for a magical evening. As guests enjoy their meal, their drawings will star alongside characters in an on-screen animated finale. The worlds of Tangled and Frozen will combine with the Enchanted Summer Restaurant, set in the atmosphere of a cozy village dining hall. In the Maximus Dining Room, guests will step into a hand-painted rendition of Tangled, while the Olaf Dining Room will feel like a summer snow day straight out of Frozen. Near Toy Story Place is Pixar Market Restaurant, which will be a celebration of Pixar films. Each dining area will be themed to a different film, from Inside Out and Monsters University to Turning Red, The Incredibles, and more. There will also be 2 premium dining restaurants. There's Paolo Trattoria, offering Italian fare for adults only, and the all-new Mike and Sully's Flavors of Asia will sport a full-service Japanese steakhouse, a teppanyaki room, a bar with omakase-style dining, and outdoor dining with sushi and sashimi. If quick bites or tasty tea is more your style, head to the various quick service restaurants aboard the Disney Adventure, including Grama Tala's Kitchen, Mowgli's Eatery, Stitch's Ohana Grill, Cosmic Kebabs, and Palo Cafe. In Disney Discovery Reef, there'll be Bewitching Boba and Brews, where guests can get bubble tea and other concoctions in an environment inspired by Ursula the Sea Witch. San Francisco Street will be inspired by the world of Big Hero 6 with a vibrant street market packed with interactive games and activities, shops, cinemas, and more. Guests will also be able to encounter Baymax himself, and in the Hero Training Zone, that's Hiro, like Hero from Big Hero 6, guests can put their hero skills to the test in an immersive training simulator built by Hiro Hamada. The full-body experience will have groups of 4 running, dodging, and blocking their way across a high-tech gaming floor. Wayfinder Bay will be an open-air oasis tucked away at the back of the ship. This relaxing pool area will feature plush seating and views of the sea and sky. Guests of all ages can cool off with a frosty beverage from Voyager Bar or hang out in the wading pool with a built-in sun shelf. Paired with a jumbo LED screen, the wading pool will double as a performance venue for live shows and interactive events, including Moana Call of the Sea, a musical show that retells the heroine's epic journey across the ocean. The youngest guests aboard the ship will be able to enjoy Disney Cruise Line signature spaces for kids ages 6 months to 17 years old. These include It's a Small World Nursery, Disney Oceaneers Club, Edge, and Vibe. These areas will offer plenty of room for play, storytelling, creativity, arts and crafts, gaming, watching movies, and Disney character encounters, all under the supervision of Disney-trained counselors. On the upper decks, Toy Story Place will feature a larger-than-life Toyland with large family pools, whirlpools, slides, splash pads, and dining options, as well as outdoor screenings of Disney movies, trivia, and more. Adults also have their own unique experiences aboard, from relaxing treatments at the spa to taking advantage of the fitness center or enjoying dinner at one of the ship's premium restaurants. Adults can also find bars and lounges throughout the ship, including the Buccaneer Bar, where they'll find a swashbuckling collection of high-end brews and live sports broadcasts. At Spellbound, this shadowy lounge, inspired by the evil queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, will serve up potions and cocktails. Each stateroom will feature artwork that captures the adventurous spirit of a Disney, Pixar, or Marvel story. The headboard pieces will feature the storybook setting of each tale, with soothing, colorful landscapes complemented by whimsical artist sketches of favorite characters from the respective film. Most main staterooms will feature Disney Cruise Line's split bathroom concept, with a sink and shower in one room and a sink and a toilet in the separate room. Elevated bed frames provide under-bed storage space for suitcases and other bulky items, and stateroom hosts will provide service during morning and evening housekeeping visits, including nightly turn-down service. Complimentary room service will be available 24 hours a day as well. There will be a variety of stateroom categories and configurations to choose from, including inside and ocean view rooms. Premium Garden View and Reef View staterooms overlook either Disney Imagination Garden or Disney Discovery Reef, so guests can see entertainment throughout the day. Ocean View staterooms will be available with and without verandas. A selection of inside and ocean view staterooms will have 4 single beds. The Disney Adventure will elevate the concierge experience with a wealth of dedicated services and benefits, plus access to exclusive areas and amenities ranging from private retreats to first-class spa and fitness facilities to dedicated luxury retail locations. Concierge guests will experience lavishly appointed staterooms and suites, combining refined elegance and deluxe amenities with magical Disney touches. Most main concierge family staterooms will be adorned with brass details and gilded artwork celebrating the grandeur and elegance of Asgard from the Thor films. A selection of rooms will be inspired by the Sultan's Palace from Aladdin. And in addition to the primary living space, concierge rooms will feature a secondary bedroom with an ensuite bathroom and private entrance. Many will provide a spacious extended veranda, and concierge guests will be able to choose from a variety of inside and ocean view staterooms. Select rooms offer views of Disney Imagination Garden. A special selection of Moana-inspired concierge staterooms at the back of the ship have extended verandas for special views of the sea and Wayfinder Bay. A variety of concierge suites will be available, including modern open concept designs and spacious one-bedroom layouts. Each offers an ocean view and accommodates at least 5 guests with dedicated areas for lounging, dining, and sleeping. Suites feature curated artwork and design details inspired by films such as Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, and The Avengers. The Disney Adventure features 2 royal suites inspired by Frozen. Each has a spacious living room, a dining area with a bar, a large main bedroom, a kids' room with bunk beds, 2 ensuite bathrooms, an extended veranda as well with private whirlpool and lounge chairs. Each royal suite will neighbor a 1-bedroom sister suite, which can be booked separately or connected together. The Elsa Royal Suite will be a celebration of Elsa's legendary ice magic, artfully realized through contemporary design aesthetics. Frozen fractals all around the space will include icy light fixtures, snowflake patterns, and a flurry of film-inspired decor, all encased in a soothing palette of soft blues with pops of periwinkle and purple. The Anna Royal Suite will evoke summertime in the Kingdom of Arendelle, inviting guests into a warm, elegant environment blooming with deep greens, rich wood tones, and signature purple accents. Sparkling light fixtures will symbolize rustic tree branches, while traditional floral patterns blossoming throughout the space will recall Anna's iconic wardrobe. The Concierge Lounge is inspired by Aladdin. At this relaxing space, guests can enjoy complimentary refreshments and gourmet bites throughout the day. There will be a special seating area with floor-to-ceiling windows offering panoramic views of the ocean. A wine bar inspired by the magic carpet features swooping curves and tassel light fixtures. A dedicated kids' corner is Genie-inspired. One deck above the adjoining private sun deck will be a lavish oasis at the front of the ship, boasting stunning ocean views, plush loungers, a large pool, whirlpools, and an outdoor wellness area with shade-covered treatment beds and a yoga space. In addition to spa services and amenities available for all adults on board, concierge guests will have exclusive access to the Concierge Spa. Concierge guests can look forward to private treatment rooms offering massages, facials, acupuncture, and more, along with the dedicated spaces for male and female guests to unwind in separate pool and sauna lounges. Adjacent to the spa will be an exercise and yoga facility reserved for concierge guests. 2 superior spa suites will offer Disney Cruise Line's most premium and customizable spa experiences ever. Designed for large groups to relax together, these environments each feature indoor and outdoor lounge areas with ocean views, salon seating for hair and nail services, a treatment room, and an experiential shower with ambient lighting and a selection of spray, jet, and shower settings. These suites can be booked separately or together. The Practically Perfect Spa Suite, inspired by Disney's Mary Poppins, will be a cozy and inviting space blending distinctive English elegance with decidedly whimsical embellishments like an upside-down umbrella light fixture and a garden-themed treatment room recalling the jolly holiday scene from the film. The Hops Haven Spa Suite, inspired by Disney's Zootopia, will evoke the fantastical boroughs of the titular city from downtown Savannah Central to the Rainforest District. The sophisticated, intimate space will feature playful pops of color and nods to the beloved animated movie. So, yeah, we got the full reveal. If you couldn't tell by how much I just read to you, we got the full reveal for the Disney adventure. It was a busy news day. Thanks. For those of you that made it to the end, thank you. I appreciate you watching all the way through. This is a long one. Requires some patience. But anyway, for the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind the show and others by joining the WDWNT Inner Globe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. Also, want to mention we are selling tickets once again for our News Today experience. You can come here, tour the museum for a half hour, see how we record the show, get a behind-the-scenes look, and more. Tickets available now for the rest of the year at events.wdwnt.com. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow to the 6 of you who are still watching.